Alright, this is one of our worm beds for our European night crawlers, and I'm going to dig around in there with my bare hands and see what kind of goodies I can come up with to show you. This is primarily, and I'll show you in a little while on another video how to create worm beds, but this is rabbit manure and straw, leaves. You can see some newspapers here, and we create this and let it age, and then we put the worms in, the breeders in, and then they make babies. This is a European night crawler, as they're called, and you can see they're good for fishing. They're a good bait worm, great composting worm, very easy to care for. They don't require refrigeration, which makes them really great for bait, and they breed just like redworms, but you can see they get bigger and fatter than a regular redworm. And here's a whole bunch of worms. You can see how they wiggle around, which also makes them great for bait. But you can see this is a nice sized bait worm right here, and the Europeans, you can see the characteristic purple that runs through them. And this is just the worms running around the bed here. I'm going to dig in, really gross you out, but just so you can see some good stuff here. You can see how the breeders populate the beds, and another month from now we will have thousands and thousands of baby worms in here, and the breeders will be taken out and brought to another bed, and these guys will be allowed to grow out. And if you look right here, I don't know if you can see this, but I want to show you this. Let me try to focus. This is awful. This is an egg. Doing this with my left hand. Alright, this is an egg capsule. This camera, I can't focus it with my left hand. This, though, is a egg capsule. This will contain a few different worms inside of it once it hatches. I'm trying to zoom in so you can see this, but that is a capsule, and they'll darken and then they'll hatch. And yuck, my wife won't let me inside after I do this, but I just need to show you how they look and what Europeans look like in the beds. And I was hoping to find some breeders. That's a nice one. This is a nice one. But this, again, this is a European bed with rabbit poop. And this is a breeder bed. So these guys will breed. These guys will breed up. You can tell they're breeders when they're collared. Once they have this collar right here, that tells you this is a breeder. And they are hermaphrodites, which means they are both male and female. So if I could find a breeding pair for you, I'll show you what they look like when they're breeding. And then they break away and they both leave a capsule behind. But you can see we got a lot of nice breeders in here, and we'll put about 1,000 breeders per bed, and then we let them breed out through the winter and spring, and then we remove them and let those beds just go. You can see all the eggs too. I don't know if you can see those on camera, but there's tons of eggs in here. Those are all about to hatch. It's getting warm. Hey.